This is Radio Taiwan International.
Welcome to the news on Radio Taiwan International. I'm Phyllis Koski coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan. We begin with a look at today's top stories for Thursday, June 25th. Taiwanese delegation strikes stock market gong at Euronext Amsterdam. Taiwan seen as key partner ahead of PAC Silica Summit. And Taiwan youth in drug abuse tied to etomidate-laced e-cigarettes. But first, today's top story. The Taiwan Depository and Clearing Corporation, TDCC, and Taipei Exchange visited Euronext Amsterdam, the world's oldest modern stock exchange, this Wednesday, June 24th. Taipei Exchange Chairperson Jian Lizhong and Taiwan Depository and Clearing Corporation Chairperson Lin Binghui jointly led the visit, were personally received by Euronext Amsterdam CEO René van Vlerken and other executives, and are the first Taiwanese institutions to strike the gong signifying the start of trading. Lin told CNA that the world's first stock certificate was issued by the Dutch East India Company, which the Taiwan Stock Museum holds a copy of, one of the museum's most popular exhibits. Lin said he felt honored to participate in the gong ceremony. Euronext Amsterdam published photos of the ceremony involving Jian and Lin on their website, welcoming the Taiwanese delegation and detailing that the focus of the visit was sharing knowledge and strengthening the relationship between organizations. Taiwan's role in the global semiconductor supply chain is as significant as that of formal members of the PAC Silica Summit, despite its non-signatory status, experts said ahead of the US-hosted summit this week. The U.S. State Department will convene the summit in Washington on Thursday and Friday, June 25th to 26th, bringing together signatories including Australia, India, Japan, and the United Kingdom to discuss secure semiconductor cooperation and trusted artificial intelligence supply chains. Taiwan will participate as an invited partner. Roy Chun-Li, Associate Research Fellow at the Zhonghua Institution for Economic Research, said the initiative aims to build reliable supply chains and reduce dependence on China rather than pursue full decoupling. Taiwan's participation allows it to better understand countries' position on supply chain security and geopolitics while seeking deeper cooperation, Li said.
Taiwan is among the world's top players across advanced and mature semiconductor processes, as well as equipment, infrastructure, and data centers. It can serve as a partner that replaces China without significantly sacrificing economic efficiency.
He added that as countries restructure supply chains, the initiative could create new opportunities and strengthen Taiwan's strategic role in global technology networks. Taiwan is facing a growing trend of younger drug users and increased abuse of the anesthetic etomidate, according to the health ministry. Authorities say the substance has become widely used due to its low cost, easy access, and portability, often mixed into e-cigarettes cartridges. Recent fatal and non-fatal drug-impaired driving incidents have been linked to etomidate, sometimes referred to as the zombie vape. Originally a medical anesthetic, the drug is now being illegally added to vape liquids and spreading rapidly among students and young adults. Health officials said drug use patterns have shifted over time from heroin to methamphetamine, marijuana, and ketamine, with etomidate now emerging as a dominant substance. The primary user group has also become younger now, concentrated between 20 and 35, compared with 35 to 50 in the past. To combat the trend, authorities have intensified enforcement under the Tobacco Hazards Prevention Act, carrying out more than 1 million inspections over the past 3 years and issuing 11,432 violations and nearly $30.5 million in fines. Officials say stricter laws and enhanced monitoring of online sales are being implemented to address the issue. EVA Air will begin operating direct Taipei-Washington, D.C. flights this Friday, June 26th, between the Taoyuan International Airport and Washington Dulles International Airport. American Institute in Taiwan Director Raymond Green this Wednesday said this route is an unprecedented milestone for growing ties between the United States and Taiwan. The Washington Dulles International Airport, American Institute in Taiwan, Taoyuan International Airport, and EVA Air jointly hosted a celebratory dinner to launch the route this Wednesday, attended by Foreign Minister Deputy Francois Wu and Director General for North American Affairs Wang Liangyu. In his address, Green highlighted growing U.S.-Taiwan ties, calling the new route an unprecedented milestone. He noted that Taiwan is now the fourth largest trading partner of the U.S. Last year, he led a delegation of more than 200 companies to Washington, D.C. to participate in the Select USA Investment Summit, which he said was the largest delegation from any nation. Green stated that he believes direct travel to the city will further grow that number. The American Institute in Taiwan director described his hometown of Washington, D.C. as historically significant and worth visiting, especially during cherry blossom season. Paul Bobson, Vice President of Airline Business Development at Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority, pointed out that the direct flight path can save 7 to 8 hours of travel time. He said that this can benefit businesses and travelers and promote cultural exchanges. Krisa Westerland, Vice President and Chief Revenue Officer at Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority, said the new flight path is expected to have an annual domestic economic impact of $50 million. She thanked Taoyuan International Airport and EVA Air for believing in the U.S. market and opening a new chapter and international gateway. Taoyuan International Airport Chair Yang Wei-fu said the direct flight will allow people to explore the rich political, historical, and natural resources of both cities. Following the launch, there will be 374 flights per week between Taipei and North America. EVA Air President Sun Jiaming said the airline services flights to 10 U.S. destinations, with more expected in the future. President Lai Ching-te said Thursday that expanding into high-consumption markets such as Europe is the direction Taiwan should pursue for its agricultural exports, citing the recent success of Taiwanese mangoes entering Europe. Lai made the remark while attending the reopening ceremony of the GG Railway in Nantong County. His comments came after the Taidong County Magistrate April Yao appeared via a pre-recorded video at China Straits Forum, an annual forum for exchanges regarding cross-trade relations between the PRC and Taiwan, to promote agricultural products, drawing renewed attention to Taiwan's export strategies. Lai noted that China is no longer Taiwan's largest export market for agricultural goods, as it now cultivates Taiwanese crops domestically and competes directly with Taiwan. He added that policy shifts in China, including import bans, citing regulatory issues and the removal of zero-tariff treatment on multiple Taiwanese products, have made it difficult for Taiwan's farmers to compete. He emphasized that the U.S. is currently Taiwan's largest market for agricultural exports, while Japan leads in fruit exports. Lai also highlighted recent tariff negotiations with Washington, stating,
"In negotiations, we secured zero tariffs with the US, not only for tea, but also for mangoes from Tainan, Pingdong, and Kaohsiung, as well as flamingo flower and moth orchids. Our goal is to ensure that not only Taiwan's industrial and commercial goods can be sold worldwide, but that agricultural and fishery products can also reach neighboring countries, and then expand to the US and even Europe."
Lai said that Taiwan's mangoes have recently entered France's premium market at favorable prices, underscoring the potential of targeting higher-end consumers abroad. Taiwan's Central Weather Administration activated a heavy rainfall advisory at 11 a.m. Thursday as Typhoon Mekkhala and strengthening southwesterly winds brought intense downpours across the island. The agency said rainfall over the next 24 hours could reach 200 to 340 millimeters in the mountainous areas of Kaohsiung and Pingdong, with totals in some lowland areas of Pingdong projected to reach up to 800 millimeters over the next 3 days. Other regions, including New Taipei, Changhua, Nantou, Yunlin, Jiayi, and Tainan, may see 150 to 250 millimeters. In Taipei, heavy rain prompted the city's Central Emergency Operations Center to the second tier shortly after 11 a.m., following an earlier upgrade. Authorities urged residents in Neihu district to install barriers and sandbanks and move to higher floors as water levels at the Jinrei Flood Management Park reached its critical levels. Taipei Mayor Jiang Wan-an convened a response meeting, while city agencies deployed personnel to monitor conditions and respond to incidents. Taipei City Councilor Chen Youcheng said on Facebook that flooding in parts of Neihu had reached knee height, adding that mobile pumps were being deployed and drainage systems cleared to mitigate the impact. Thanks for joining for the news. I'm Phil Laskowski. Stay tuned for another 50 minutes of English language features brought to you by Radio Taiwan International.